और इस बीच एक बड़ी खबर है, नई मौद्रिक नीति का ऐलान कर दिया गया है और रेपो रेट में कोई बदलाव नहीं हुई है। साथ ही महंगाई भी काबू में है। आरबीआई की तरफ से यह बाकायदा स्टेटमेंट दिया गया है। तो इस वक्त ये सबसे बड़ी खबर है, रेपो रेट में कोई चेंज नहीं हुआ है।
Remains uncertain on account of subnormal southwest monsoon forecast and El Nino. Although risks of higher inflation have amplified, the MPC felt it would be prudent to wait for greater clarity to emerge. Accordingly, the MPC voted to keep the policy repo rate unchanged. At the same time, the MPC will continue to remain data dependent and closely monitor the developments, including supply side pressures getting embedded in the general price level and inflation expectations. As mentioned, the MPC also decided to retain the neutral stance. I now come to the assessment of growth and inflation. First of all, growth. The second advanced estimates released by NSO placed India's GDP growth for last year at 7.6%. This is owing to strong expansion in private consumption as well as fixed investment. Robust performance of manufacturing and services sectors were the growth drivers from the supply side. As per several high-frequency indicators, domestic economic activity remained largely steady even since the outbreak of the conflict. India's manufacturing and services PMI further suggests that both sectors continue to be resilient and business expectations are still positive. On the demand side, private consumption aided by discretionary spending has remained resilient so far. Fixed investment has also maintained its momentum despite cost pressures. Merchandise exports recorded strong growth in April this year. This is notwithstanding elevated freight and insurance costs. Services exports are also holding up well, reflecting sustained demand despite concerns about AI. Overall, the economic situation has broadly exhibited resilience and withstood the conflict spillovers, although the impact of cost pressures is becoming visible. Going ahead, the rise in prices of energy and other inputs, coupled with supply disruptions, is likely to weigh on economic activity. While import diversification in affected commodities is likely to improve supply, it would still come at a higher cost. The full impact, however, will depend on the duration of the conflict, the time taken for normalization of supply chains, and the burden sharing approach among the various stakeholders. The pass-through of higher energy prices to retail products is also becoming evident. Additionally, the projected deficiency in the southwest monsoon will have implications for agriculture production and rural demand. However, the programs and initiatives for crop diversification, water harvesting and conservation, climate resilient practices and short duration
ये नहीं होंगे और रेपो रेट में भी कोई चेंज नहीं किया गया है। आरबीआई गवर्नर को अभी आपने सुना।